Good morning, guys. Today I am taking you to the very unique town of Mandawa, and I do have a surprise for you at the end, so see you there.
I'll go where you need.
So this was a very rich town located along the Silk Road. So they would have been trading silk and spices here, but actually the main import, which is kind of glossed over in a lot of the history, is that they sold a ton of opium here, and they sold it to the British. So when the British took that business away, the town did start to go downhill a lot, and a lot of the havelis fell into disrepair, and most of them to this day are still in ruins. Just walking down the streets, you see all of this art up there on all of the buildings, and it is just so amazing. Oh, there's a donkey. All of this art is pretty ruined, and some of it's washed away. Up higher, I guess, where people don't touch it so much, it is more new. Even though a lot of these historic havelis have been converted nowadays into hotels, a lot of them also are abandoned. And this one here, for example, is abandoned. And there's actually this row of puppets like guarding it, hanging over the entrance. I always seem to find puppets in like these abandoned places. That's kind of creepy. I don't know why that's always happening to me. Okay guys, so as we're walking down the street past all these old havelis, this random guy just offered to show us his. Apparently he has a ruined haveli that's not in use anymore, but he kind of uses it for something. I'm not sure. I guess we'll look around. Actually, that's one of the top things to do in Mandawa, because one of the top attractions is the haveli, but you don't want to just see, you know, the one that you are staying at. And also I think it's interesting to see the ruined ones. So I'm looking forward to seeing what is inside here. Let's go. All of this art is original. Even over here, it looks like new, but it's all from 150, 200 years ago. Oh my gosh, guys, what just happened? As we were walking away, this guy's trying to like sell us more stuff, so we just said a random excuse like, oh no, we're going to meet friends already for lunch.
It's like you already had lunch at Monica's restaurant. And like, huh?
How does he know that?
How do you know that?
That's so creepy.
It's like the first thought is like, okay, so it's a small village, so
but we were far away.
But we were far away.
And we had gone to the restaurant like
distance.
an hour ago.
Yeah, like, that was just weird.
Really, how did you know that? Like maybe the people at the restaurant are like walkie-talking
No, but
ahead.
the guy was like walking down the street though, so it doesn't make sense. Like, why him and not anybody else? Like, if it's a business where you go next, it's kind of makes sense. But we were like, just met the guy on the street.
Yeah, and also as we were walking away down the street like 5 minutes later, I was taking out the camera to vlog, and I just looked behind me because I was about to say all this, and he's there like peeking around the corner, following us. I don't think he's like dangerous or anything. He just wanted to sell us stuff, but it's just kind of like
creepy.
And also inside his Haveli, you know how I had seen those creepy puppets hanging outside the gate? So it happened that inside this Haveli was the puppet making shop. That's what he owned. So there's like all these puppets being made in this ruined Haveli. It's kind of like quite an entertaining experience. And now we're gonna go have some more. Okay, so you know, the most famous things to see in Mandawa are the historic decorated Havelis, and the most famous one is the palace or the fort. However, you're not allowed inside unless you stay there, because now it has been converted into this luxurious hotel and you're not allowed in. We have reached the fort of Mandawa. This is a palace actually built in 1755, and now it has been converted into a hotel, so we're hoping that they're gonna let us inside to see it, but not sure. Let's go see what happens. We just asked, like, you know, we really want to see inside. Can we go? There were 4 of us, 2 girls, 2 guys. And they said, no, you're not allowed inside. No, absolutely not. So we went away, we talked, and then my friend Sylvia and I decided to go, just us 2. The guys told us to do this too, by the way. It wasn't like we were banding them. We went to the guards and we're like, please, can we go in? And like, without even hearing us deliver our full request, they were like, yes, yes, come in. So we got to walk around inside, and the art was, I will say, the best preserved and like the most beautiful in the whole town. It was really, really amazing. And I just thought it was a little funny that, like, to the guys, they were immediately like, no, you can't come in. And then to the girls, they were like, please, this way. Walking around here with my friend from Italy. I'm Silvia. Nice to meet you. We just successfully charmed our way into seeing the private hotel that like people aren't allowed to go in unless they're staying there, and it's very expensive. So how was it? Amazing. It was really beautiful. Like, I didn't want to have the camera out too much, be too obvious, but it was really pretty. As we were walking around, this guide, or I don't know, he said he wasn't a guide, but he wanted to be a guide for us, started following us and just talking and making conversation and saying that we should pay him 100 rupees for a tour. We didn't really want a tour, so, you know, we were honest and we're like, hey, you know, you seem really cool, but we don't really need a tour right now. He was just so nice though, and so funny. He was making us laugh. He had all these sayings. It was so hilarious.
That's it. And it's not big damage. It's not big deal, you know.
I don't even have money, man. I don't have cash on me. I have my cards, and you know.
You can pay me with card. I don't bother.
My cards.
And 100 is not that much. You will not become rich, and I'm not become. You will not become poor. I will not become
rich. That's for sure.
No. I'm saying you will not become poor when you pay me 100, and I'm not become rich even 100.
Dude, you have a personality. I'll tell you that. You're good for a guide, aren't you?
No, I'm not that.
I'm sure you make a lot of money when the high season comes.
Actually, money is not
you
everything
probably
in
charge
life.
like 1,000 per tour.
No, I'm not like.
We ended up walking around the city with him and having the best time. This guy's so hilarious, and him and Livio ended up being like the best of friends.
Hello, my name is Raj. I was with the beautiful ladies. I was with a guide. Now they are going in Delhi, so they have a resting day in beautiful town. It's called Mandawa. It's one of them excite place. There is a many beautiful thing to see.
Maybe he's gonna start a coffee shop
soon.
If you start a coffee shop, then
I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna think about that for.
Because he's very funny and nice. Okay, say bye.
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 Ciao.
We are staying in this absolutely beautiful Haveli. It is historic and just everything is covered in artwork and it's just so absolutely gorgeous. Look at the ceiling.
Hey you, I saw you from the distance. Hey you.
This is the view from the very top rooftop of our Haveli. It has like multiple rooftops. It's actually one of the tallest structures in the entire town. So you can see the entire city up here. This is so cool. And over there is the fort that we charmed our way into. Before, the fort was the tallest structure in town, but I guess now this is one of the tallest as well. So it's a very small area. This is so cool, Liv. I don't know if we're supposed to be up here, but we are. Oh my gosh, guys, you know how I was talking earlier about how these puppets seem to be following me around the town? So now it's nighttime and we were invited to a puppet show. So we saw the puppet performance and the puppets dancing. There was even like a puppet snake and a puppet elephant, which kept like getting beheaded voluntarily. I don't know, but it was actually pretty cool. And they were trying to get us to buy the puppets. That's not
Childish.
I don't.
Come on, kids would get super excited about that.
Like you.
Wow! I got excited about the drums.
So guys, as you probably saw, Mandawa is a pretty unique place. It's genuinely very aptly described as an open air museum and that you're just walking through history. And I think it's pretty different, number one, because it's not a tourist destination really yet. You're not gonna find everything to do in Mandawa in a guidebook. You literally have to go out and find things for yourself, and they aren't even open to the general public. A lot of the paintings are chipping away and very faded, so you get the idea that either tourism is going to increase and change the town and maybe the art is going to be restored, or it's just going to go on as this undiscovered gem and unfortunately the paintings will not be there for much longer. So either way, I felt like it was really special to see the town how it is now. And yes, it is pretty run down and things aren't really set up for tourism. I mean, the most famous building in town, the fort, is a private hotel that they won't even let you into at all. So I felt like it was just really special and a sense of discovery, like you're some sort of archaeologist or explorer finding this place, which I really loved. Might not be for everyone. I personally love that kind of stuff, so loved Mandawa. It was one of my favorite places in India. Now I'm gonna take you guys to somewhere else that might not be for everyone, because this is a sacred place that is full of 25,000 sacred rats. We are outside the Karnimata temple right now, better known as the Rat Temple. So inside there are 25,000 rats, and these rats are considered holy, considered sacred. They're very well treated, very well fed. Actually, every time that any of them dies, it has to be replaced with a rat made of solid silver. I like rats actually. I think they're really cute and they're really smart. I used to have a pet rat and it would ride on my shoulder, and they're very intelligent. Livio isn't convinced. He has kind of a different opinion.
It's a temple full of rats and you have to go barefoot, so.
It started to rain, so it was a bit hard to vlog inside. I'm undercover now, but there are indeed so many rats inside the temple. Livio left early. because he wasn't as excited about the rats. Liv, you know the rats are good luck. Seeing them is good luck. So what are you gonna do with the good luck that they gave you?
I'm hopefully gonna be lucky enough to never see so many rats in one place at the same time.
Aww. Well guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video about Mandawa and a lot of rats at the end. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time somewhere in the world. Bye!